could have got home faster, but I was kind of meandering down the trail again. And I don't know, for some reason, I was looking at ducks. I was looking at ducks in the little stream, and I was listening to the frogs. And I don't know, I just was enjoying the ducks. They're so cute. I really love ducks. Like, I like to see them in nature. I used to think, oh, I want to own a duck, but no, I don't want to own a duck. I just want to see ducks in nature in their natural habitat. I like seeing wild ducks, or I don't know, wild Canadian geese and their little goslings. That's what I like. Because I thought about this for a long time. I don't know why I always wanted a duck, but since I was little, this is something that like will continuously come back to me. That I always think, oh, if money were no object, I want a duck. But not honestly, I don't think I want a duck. I just want to appreciate ducks in nature because I don't know. I don't really want. I love cats. Okay, if I ever have a pet again, that is what I'm gonna have. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that. And I just also wanted to say you should always listen to your mother because you know what? My mom's right about everything. Like anything that's ever like I thought bothered me a little bit. I'm like, my mom was always right. And I know some people don't talk to their mother, but my mom's right about everything. She always has been. And I'm like, anytime the truth shall reveal itself in time, just like things, scenarios, situations that I think are a little Lulu. But you know what? I'm not responsible for thinking about why something's Lulu, you know? I don't know. Just weird things going on in the world. I just like, I love like Donald Duck and Daffy Duck and all the ducks. But I like to watch the ducks here in the little stream. They're so cute. I'm like, I just want to watch them quack. And I was watching them quack and I could have been home already, but I'm just like, oh, they're quacking. And I call them quackers. They're so cute. I wish I would have started walking down here earlier in the spring. I might have seen the baby ducks. You know, I saw the baby goslings. But yeah, anyhow, so just, I've been thinking about everything in life, and when there's weird situations, and I thought in the past, I'm like, boy, these things are weird. Like, why do people do these things? And I might be an adult, but I trust my mom. And she's like, you know what? Just let people be. Everything will reveal itself in time, and the truth will always come out. So just funny things in life, like just strange things in life, like just let everything be, and you don't have to intercede in like odd situations and things that are silly. But anyway, that's all I was going to say about that. You should always listen to your mother, but I'm always going to listen to my mother. I don't know. I love my mother. My mom's she's so smart. Like she always was very insightful about things. And I know some people are like, oh, at a certain age, they don't need to listen to their mother. But no, my mom has seen many things, just as I've seen many things. And sometimes you're like, why do people do these things? It's not my job to wonder why. Just like, I don't know. Anyway, like, it makes life amusing. I'm like, what people be? Like, I have just seen so many things I don't understand sometimes in life. Like, in the past few years, I'm like, why did that happen? Why did this happen? And I'm like, it's not my place to figure out why. Just let them do what they're doing. But that's my philosophy on that. Your mom went to business school? That's a good point. So my mom didn't go to business school, but she was like a secretary. Like she took secretarial courses. I think my mom wanted to be a teacher, but she never like completed that. Like she didn't go to college to get her teaching degree. She wanted to be a teacher. I tried being a teacher because that was like her dream, but that was definitely not my dream. I really didn't enjoy it. But if you like kids, you should definitely teach. If you like adults, you should definitely teach. I would just like to teach maybe more how-tos. I've been wanting to like do more, like I keep saying, I want to do more creative stuff, more how-tos, more educational stuff. Like I was telling somebody today about Paul Revere. People think like he completed the whole midnight ride, and I'm like, did you know he was intercepted by the British like within the first couple miles? He didn't even complete the whole ride. That is a made up thing. And people are like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. And then what else? I was telling somebody about Johnny Appleseed. He was a real person, by the way. He was kind of like the hippie of the 1830s and 40s. Although I actually do really admire Johnny Appleseed, the actual man, because he didn't drink and he just wanted to go around planting apple trees. But why do you think all the farmers were so happy about his apple trees? It wasn't all innocent like the stories that they tell kids in the elementary school. No, they wanted to make liquor with it. And that's why they liked apple trees, because they weren't really apples, like sweet, modern type apples that people like to eat. They were a type of apple that people like to turn into booze. And I was like, that's why they liked Johnny Appleseed, and that's why they approved of him. But he wasn't planting the trees for those reasons. He was just compelled to plant trees because he was a happy soul that liked to wander the earth, not wearing shoes, reading the Bible, and planting trees. And I don't know, I was just thinking about all these different people in history. Like, people don't really know the stories behind them. I'm like, yeah, I should start doing more like videos about that stuff. Like I used to talk about history. I'm like, I could tell people about all these people in American history that when you're a kid, this stuff that you learn, it's not quite what you think it is. Like, every country has like, I hate to call it propaganda, but it is propaganda really. Like, they want kids to have like these good wholesome feelings about like certain events, like, and I'm not talking about the people who want to rewrite history, because I am definitely not on the side of that. That's why I couldn't be a teacher these days, because I want to teach the truth about history, and I can't be like, oh, pretending like bad things didn't happen. Like, why? That's horrible, because we should know all the tragedies in American history. Here's another one. Like, people are like, why are people in Hawaii, like when you go to Hawaii, yes, it is it's a U.S. military base, like is in Honolulu. I knew people in the military, but why do you think the locals kind of have like animosity towards people there? Why do you think? Well, because they lost their land and they lost their country, and some people don't realize the native Hawaiian people like were treated pretty bad, and they didn't really have a lot of rights. And then I don't know, like there's just some things, and I kind of can see why people act a certain way. I'm not saying that I would do everything that certain people do, but I can see why they feel that way, because they lost their land, just like the Native Americans. And just like people don't know the history behind of like, oh, they think California just was a Spanish colony, but it was actually Native American lands, and the Spaniards first forced the natives to work like slaves on the missions. Yeah, they just forced them, like made them convert, and like treated them not so good. And then later you had the Mexicans doing the same things, and later like the Americans, when they took over, they didn't force them to convert, but they treated them like second-class citizens. There's a lot of things in history that people don't know, and I don't know. I'm just always interested in history, and yeah, this stuff fascinates me so much. I think about that. I'm like, I should do more videos about stuff like that on this channel, not on the hair channel, because the hair channel is just like, it's fun. I love that I'm growing my hair longer, but I don't know, like the hair channel is just hair, and I love to talk about hair because the hair is a big passion of mine. But on this channel, I just need to do more of those videos, those type of videos where I put them together well and I edit it well. Like, I've never done a history video. Not that I couldn't. I should really. I really should do something like that one day. And I talked about doing it, but I just never did. But I've done a lot of arts and crafty things. I really need to start painting again. I keep saying I want to paint every day. I want to paint. But yeah, it just didn't happen. But I'm going to make it happen. It's just, I've been pushing myself really hard. I've been doing a lot. Like, I don't know, like I push myself hard, and other people have lots of days off. I don't. Like I have this extreme work ethic, and I'm proud of that. And I don't know. So anyway, that's part of the reason that I don't seem to get around to doing art like I should. And then I get kind of sad about it. I'm like, I should be doing art. I really should. Because yesterday I went out with my sister and it was fun. And I love being with my sister, but I don't know. I was just thinking about that. But anyway, I don't know. I'm going to try and do more art. I keep saying I'm going to do art. I'm going to do